Okay. Hello, fellow snail girlies. Welcome back to another episode of Selective Snails. I'm Anna,
Yay. I'm Caitlin.
and today is my spotlight episode. And we are going to be going into a very, very fun topic that I have been obsessed with. That it might be my obsession that I'll say today. Um, but first, we have a couple check-in questions. Caitlin, how are
Yes.
you doing?
Hanging on.
Okay. And what is your current obsession?
My current session is Advil. How about you, Anna? What is your current obsession?
My current obsession is gene keys. Dun,
Mm-hmm.
dun, dun. That's today's episode topic. I will explain more later.
Yes.
And Caitlin, what
Yes.
are you currently reading?
I am currently reading. What book am I currently reading? I'm currently reading Calabasas by R.F. Kuang. It, my dad bought the book for me on my birthday from Costco. And then Anna also bought the same book for me, also from Costco. So I had two copies of the same book.
James, are you reading my copy though?
Yes.
Okay. You better be.
And Anna, what is your current read?
My current read is this book. It's called Girl Gone London. Um, Currently my personality is London, so it is An American's Guide to Surviving Life in the UK, which so far has been pretty helpful. It gives a very real um, insight
Mhm.
to things that you may not think about. For example, banking or the
Yeah.
NHS. What do you do with like health things?
Hmm.
Um,
What
One of the
about snail
chapters is
girlies?
quality over quantity.
Snail girly
Look at
value.
that snail girly value right in the book that I'm reading.
Hmm.
Um, okay, but yeah, so that's my current read. Yeah. So today, Caitlin, you know a little bit about gene keys,
Yes.
but so like I don't know, I wanted to be transparent about this because you usually our spotlights have been the other person has no idea what what the
Yeah.
topic is. But
We both have separate lists of things we want to inform the other about. Like we
yeah,
can't go into each other's lists.
yeah. But I wanted to be transparent in that
Hmm.
you do know some things about gene keys,
Yes.
not to the
But not a
extent.
lot. Yeah.
Yeah, it like beginner. I
Hmm.
don't know how much you know, um, or how much you've explored on your own. So that's what we'll be talking about today.
Yay.
Oh boy. So, okay, a little bit of background. I'll start with where I found this, um, found Gene Keys. So, Gene Keys, I had no idea what they were. I was back in California. It was in January, I think,
Yeah, around then.
before before I had even applied to any schools in the UK.
Hmm.
And I was like, I'm really feeling stuck in my
Hmm.
life. Like I'm feeling stuck. I don't know how to make a decision to like move forward. Like I'm feeling really boxed in. And my mom had referred me to this company called Exquisite Being. And my mom thought that it was like a life coach, like to help
Mhm.
you specifically like academically to help you
Yeah.
research schools and do that kind of stuff. This is like a different kind of life coach. So I had a meeting with Exquisite Being, Molly and Anna. Hello, if you're watching. I love
Mhm.
you. Um, and it was like a trial run to see if we would work
Yeah.
well together, client and business partner, etc.
Mhm.
And I had really no idea what it was, but I wanted to try it. So I end up starting the course at Exquisite Being, and even like weeks in, I had no idea what it was. I was like, okay, I know we meditate for a couple minutes in the beginning of our meeting, and then we talk about these spheres and how it has to do with me and like
Mhm.
the power of me and feeling and thinking and knowing and love and blah 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 blah. The longer that I kept thinking about these gene keys, the more of an impact it had on my life.
Mhm.
They are powerful. And so the creator, Richard Rudd, that's his name, that the like creator of Gene Keys, he's a very,
Mhm.
very insightful person. And his like, I guess, summary of Gene Keys are, this is a quote from his website, Gene Keys are an inner journey whose purpose is to transform our core beliefs about ourselves, thus raising our lives onto a whole new level of awareness. And so these gene keys take form of spheres and lines, and they're all connected. They are science, our very DNA within us, but they're also astrology and the cosmos within our blood,
Mhm.
and every belief system wrapped into one. That's what he does, what Richard talks about. And I actually went to one of his events where he was speaking about this, and it was called, I forget what it was called, but it just, he has this aura about him
Mhm.
that was just so magnetically positive. It's really difficult to explain the gene keys, but the further
Yeah.
you dive into it, the more that it makes sense. So you can create a free profile on the website. This is not sponsored in any way. It's just like what I've been obsessing over. You just need to fill in your birth date, time, and location, and it'll give you a PDF. It's something that I didn't realize that I needed to know about myself. And I thought I was healed at this point. I thought I was done. Um, no. This took it to a whole new level. So I'm going to be using my chart as an example.
Mhm.
So, also this episode, please bear with me. It's going to be a lot of confusing things that you're just going to have to keep your mind open to and just be like smile and nod. And it'll make sense for those of you who get it. If you know, you know. Um, and if you don't know, you will know.
Mhm.
Lots of philosophical talk. That's kind of what this is about. So bear with me. So the basic hologenetic profile, it gives three different structures. So there is the genius, love,
Mhm.
and prosperity. And it's all in one chart. And they are like different colors. But each circle, each sphere, from
Mhm.
what we call them, is they represent a different thing, and each sphere has a number within it based on the information from your birth time, date, and location. So within each sphere, bear with me, there is the siddhi,
Mm-hmm.
Siddhi, which is the essence of the sphere. And then there's the gift, which is the creativity of the sphere. That's the positive thing. Well, there are no positives and negatives in this, but it'll make it easier to understand. And then there's the shadow, which is the challenge, quote unquote, the negative thing in this sphere. So let's talk about the life's work, because that's the top sphere that shows up. So for my life's work,
I'm currently
let me just
making
give.
a profile so I can have a visual.
Oh, okay. That's yeah. It's hard to do without seeing it.
Yeah, and
Um,
I'm also a visual person. And so,
yeah. Everything that I said will make sense once you see it, Caitlin.
mhm.
Um,
Okay, nice work. I see my profile.
okay, great. So my life's work, my life's work is gene key 10,
Hmm.
10.5 to be specific. But so
Okay.
my life's work is, quote, if you fulfill your life's work, then over the course of your life, you will become progressively more relaxed. What you do on the outside is in effect irrelevant.
Irrelevant. Irrelevant.
What you do on the outside is in effect irrelevant, although you are a wellspring of creativity. What is of importance is that you communicate your essence to the world. Above all, your life needs to be an example of how to love oneself, as well as how to carry that confidence to others so that they are empowered by it. You will very possibly go through stages of awakening outlined in the 10th gift, so that your life may well have several different seasons in which your priorities are very different. Throughout each of these phases, the key for you is always to be at ease. You will you need to allow your life to have the quality of a leaf drifting lazily down a stream. Sometimes you stop for a rest, at others you hurtle down a steep rock face, but above it all, you are there, surrounded and always smiling.
Oh.
So that's my life's work. My
Hmm.
life's purpose is, and here we go into the essence. The essence of my life's work is being.
Hmm.
So what being means is just to be. It's at the state of plateau. It's just existing. That's just what it
Oh,
is. Just to be.
okay.
Like you don't have to prove anything to anyone. You just are. Then my gift of my life's work, 10.5 sphere, is a naturalness. So my my creativity, the positive side of my life's work is naturalness. The state of me is at at my natural state is being. So that's the natural state is just a plateau where
Hmm.
I thrive best, where I am noticed the most is at my state of naturalness. I am me. I'm not being someone else. I am the most authentic me that I can be. But the shadow to this sphere is self-obsession. At one end, it's naturalness, it's who I am,
Hmm.
me being me. And then at the other end, it's self-obsession,
It's like
which
a mirror
I,
image. kind of.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just like a spectrum, like the
Hmm.
positive and the negative of the sphere. Um, but it's not a negative because it's who you are. And I've dealt a lot with I know that I am self-obsessed at times, and it's something that I, in the past, have tried to work on to
Hmm.
not be self-obsessed, to not be these quote unquote negative things, but it's literally who I am.
Yeah.
There is no way to avoid to not be self-obsessed. It's literally
Hmm.
in my DNA. It's who I am. I have the DNA to be self-obsessed. It just is. And so there is no negative side to it.
Hmm.
So once you accept, that's why I would say like it's hard to comprehend. Like it's
Yeah.
another like level of perspective. But once you understand that you can't change these positive or negative things about you,
Hmm.
you like ascend. You're like, nothing can touch me. I'm
Yeah.
invincible. And that's what this did for me is like, okay, great. I know I'm self-obsessed. Next, what's the next thing? Um, so Caitlin, you said that you had your chart pulled up. What
Yes.
is your sphere for your life's
Sphere.
work? What's
My
your sphere
sphere is
number?
is 64.4.
Okay.
And my life's work, um, this is what it says. Your life's work is to inspire others. This inspiration can take many forms. Primarily, your role in the world is to apply your imagination to your own past and come up with something really unheard of. Your kind of inspiration is not about improving the world, although it may. Rather, it is about appreciating the cards we have each been dealt and making the most of them. You need to put the lows as well as the highs into your work, and not to judge or covet either. With your gift of imagination, you are here to make people think differently, to stretch their horizons, to bend rules, and to let your mind soar above the mainstream. In your heart, you are a poet, even if you don't write poetry. To be a poet means to hold back nothing in life, to look at everything with the softest eyes, and finally to share the beauty you see with others.
And for those of you who know Caitlin, that's spot on. It's I cannot make it's like astrology. Like you can't make this shit up. How is it so accurate, right? So
Yeah.
what's your essence?
Is that the triangle?
It's a little like star thing,
Oh, illumination.
illumination.
Hmm.
So your essence for your life's work is to illuminate not only yourself, but your others. So your essence of your life's work is literally like a light bulb.
Hmm.
You're supposed to shine where there's darkness. You're supposed to help people see, to illuminate, to shine. That's where you thrive, is to help people understand or to help get the vision across or to just to help people shine, to enlighten.
Hmm.
And then what's your gift?
Uh, imagination.
Okay, see, so I feel like I don't even have to explain it. It's just the state, your gift is imagination. So like with mine,
Hmm.
my my gift is just me. But your gift
Hmm.
is imagination, which is all up here.
Yeah.
And with that, within illumination, you use your imagination to illuminate. I don't know if that makes any sense. Um, so one thing that we did in Exquisite Being
Hmm.
was I had a really hard time feeling what they meant. And so what we did was with each term with illumination, we sat and felt what imagination or illumination,
Hmm.
what that word felt in my body, what that word felt like. Literally, what does it feel like? Do you feel it in your fingers? Is there a tingling?
Hmm.
Like you can feel a difference in your body. Do you want to try that?
Sure.
We can, I think it was two or 3 minutes that we sat in this state of contemplation,
Hmm.
with our eyes closed. And for our viewers or listeners, you can do this too. Just to, you don't have to think about anything. You can
Yeah.
just see this as like a time of meditation. So, Caitlin, what I want you to think about
Yes.
is what what you feel when you illuminate.
Hmm.
Or if you haven't experienced illumination yet, what would it feel like for you to
Hmm.
feel illuminated?
Okay.
Bear with me, please. Um, it took me months, and I'm still a beginner. Like it took me months to just understand what this is.
Hmm.
Um, so let's do. So we are gonna do meditation. So I have the timer for 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Okay.
So, and Caitlin, what are you doing? What are you feeling?
Elimination.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I want you to focus really within your body, not just
Hmm.
your mind. Connect the dots of brain to body, what illumination feels like.
Okay. Like where I
Okay?
feel it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or if there's like a certain, because what happened a lot with me was it wasn't exactly a feeling,
Hmm.
but it was like a visual. It'll make sense.
Okay.
Whatever you think of or whatever you see or whatever you feel, that's the right thing.
Hmm.
Okay? All right. So close your eyes. And for those of you who are watching or listening, close your eyes as well and just meditate with us. Okay. Three, two, one. All right. Open your eyes, bring your back. How was that?
Double thumbs up.
Okay. Um, for me, the meditation always feels weird in the first couple times.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, so share what happened to you during that.
Okay. So I felt it mostly like in my chest area. That's where I felt it more prominent. And then I saw like visions of I didn't get words or feelings as you. Like I got visions.
Hmm.
So I saw like flashes of light and then I saw like celestial. It wasn't like stars or anything. It wasn't even the sort of it was just celestial. And then
Oh,
and then I saw and then like within the celestial stuff, I saw the beach and then that was all. Those were the three most prominent things I felt
wow.
slash saw.
Whoa. Wow. The celestial thing is that's that's the higher being speaking. Um, 'Cause that's what this is to like raise your consciousness and your
Uh-huh.
awareness to a different perspective. And that's crazy, Caitlin. Um, wow. Um, I don't even know what to say. So let's kind of debunk the you feeling it in your
Hmm.
chest. So when you feel illuminated,
Hmm.
you feel it here,
Yeah.
right? So your heart
Hmm.
chakra, if you will. Um, and another thing that we also did in my sessions was like to put your hand over your heart
Hmm.
and to feel what that does. And
Hmm.
it was a very like motherly feeling, like very, very comforting. Um, so when you feel illuminated, you feel it in your heart.
Hmm.
When I feel at my state of being, I feel it in my gut. So thank you for sharing, Caitlin.
Of course.
Um, we can explore more of that later if you want to. Um, what was did we talk about what your shadow was? What was your shadow
My shadow was, let me
of
see.
your life's work?
Confusion.
Okay. So it's the the gift and the shadow are like on the same spectrum. On one side
Hmm.
you have imagination, and the other side you have confusion.
Yeah.
But it's all within the same
Hmm.
state. So if you're ever confused and you're mad about it, it's literally who you are. Like to be confused. You are supposed to be confused, and that's okay. So, I mean, it's all about like love and acceptance and understanding who you
Hmm.
are, and it quite literally changed my life and how I think. In the event that I went to with Richard, it was called Celestial Chemistry. That's what it was called. Celestial Chemistry.
Hmm.
And in this event, he talked a lot about contemplation,
Mm.
being in a state of contemplation.
Yeah.
Things happen when you don't
Mm-hmm.
rush them. For example, um, it could also be seen as like fate or destiny or like things working in your favor. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it's this it has an otherworldly experience to it.
Yeah.
Um, but for example, and this is just like such a minor everyday thing that like you
Mm-hmm.
might think it's just an everyday occurrence, but I felt it as like a sign just to be in a state of contemplation. I was getting ready. Um, I was at a bus stop and
Mm-hmm.
it was like 5:30, super busy outside. Everyone was in the bus, completely packed, and I'm waiting for my buses, and every single bus is just sardined, just so hot in there, and just everyone is. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna keep waiting. I'm just gonna keep
Mm-hmm.
waiting until a bus that I can take comes along and it's kind of empty. Or like halfway, so I can actually there
Yeah.
were the buses that were coming along, they weren't letting anyone on because it was so full.
Oh my gosh.
It like packed. And so one, I literally couldn't get on the buses. Um, or they were letting people on, but it was so packed that I didn't want to deal. I was in a state of contemplation. I was like, I'm just gonna wait here until something better comes along. And I would say like 5, 10 minutes go by, and lo and behold, I see BL1 come along. And BL1 is a new bus. It's called the Baker Loop. It's part of the Superloop system, and it's
Mm-hmm.
a new type of bus that is an
Ew.
express bus it doesn't do every single stop. It only
Mm-hmm.
does, let's say if there's like 12 stops, it only does two
Mm-hmm.
of those specific stops. And the bus stop that I was waiting at, it stopped at, and it was going in
Mm-hmm.
the direction that I needed to go in. And I was like, this is what I was waiting for. This is a sign.
Mm-hmm.
This is what the state of contemplation gave me. Is because I
Yeah.
waited, an empty bus came along.
Mm-hmm.
Empty, empty and clean because it was new.
Yeah.
And so then I get on, I see what stops they're going at. And I was like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
I might need to walk a little bit. No, one of the stops that it stops at was exactly the bus stop that I get off at every single day.
Wow.
So that changed my life. It's BL1.
Yeah,
Um,
what?
BL1. We love BL1. Um, so that's just like one example, and just seeing things from a new perspective,
Mm-hmm.
seeing everything as a sign. This is also kind of witchy territory.
Yeah.
Um, Seeing everything as a sign,
Mm-hmm.
very nature based. If you overhear a conversation, what did that person say? And like that might have been something you needed to hear.
Mm-hmm.
It's all like if you
It's all
see your life,
interconnected.
it's all connected, Caitlin. One of the things that um, really blew my mind was seeing your life from a third perspective.
Mm-hmm.
You are watching yourself. You are watching your movie. You're the main
Mm-hmm.
character in a movie, and third perspective you, is watching the movie about you. So third
Whoa.
perspective Caitlin is watching first person Caitlin having a Zoom meeting with Anna. Isn't that crazy a little bit? It's like mind blowing. But when you
Hmm.
have that third perspective, that higher being, anxiety just like vanishes. It's like, oh yeah, this is supposed to happen. This is
Yeah.
this is the path. This is one of the plot points that is supposed to happen in the movie.
Hmm.
That was like the mind-blowing experience that I had in these gene keys. And that is
Hmm.
the beginning.
Whoa.
That I can't there that we just barely scratched the surface to this. There's a whole iceberg below it. Um, which is wild, but
Hmm.
each sphere is unique to you.
Hmm.
And I mean that's pretty much it. It's a self I can't tell you what to think or feel because it's a journey that you need to do on your own.
Hmm.
And like, yes, you can have help, but you need to understand it from
Hmm.
you.
Whoa.
Very philosophical. Yeah. And that's my spotlight, Gene Keys, and introduction.
Yay. If any of you snow girlies out there want to learn more about Jinkies, you can go to the website and like or even check out Exquisite Being
Yeah.
to learn
Please
more
check out
about
Exquisite
yourself.
Being. Yeah.
Hi Molly and Anna.
Tell Molly and Anna that Anna too sent you. Um,
Yay.
so Caitlin, my next question for you is
Yes.
our checkout question.
Hmm.
What snail girly value do you need to focus on this week?
I think I'm gonna focus on practicing self-care because like Jinkies is all about learning more about yourself and
Mhm.
like focusing within yourself. So I think I'm gonna um read the rest of my chart and then go
Mm.
from there.
Yeah.
How about you, Anna? Which value are you today?
I also just want to mention really quickly that Richard Rudd has books on Gene Keys,
Mm-hmm.
and it's I'm reading one of them, kind of not not reading, but I downloaded it. I need to read it. Um, Probably we'll get to it eventually. But he has books on these. And if
Mm-hmm.
you need a more in-person handling, go to Exquisite Being, Molly and Anna. My snail girly value that I'm going to take with me is take things slow and steady. Because one thing, I mean, I literally just talked about it being in a state of contemplation. That's
Mm-hmm.
when you slow down and wait for better things to come along.
Yeah.
And usually that's always how it happens,
Mm-hmm.
um, is to be in a state of contemplation and see what happens.
Slow and steady.
Slow and steady
You don't
wins
have
the
to
race.
rush. Yay.
Well, thank you everyone for bearing with me in this difficult conversation, difficult to understand conversation. Um, And please, once again, go check out Exquisite Being, go check out Jane Keys, make a free profile. I want to know all your details. Um, and thank you for watching or listening, and we will see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.